I hope you guys are up and being blessed and well this morning. Um, it's been some times before. I'm gonna shut this door. Um, because the baby was in here with me, but he left out. But he may bust back in here. So if y'all hear something, that's what it is. Okay. So anyway, I have a lot of work and stuff to do pertaining to myself and that I really want to get out and throughout the world. And I try to come here to YouTube to do it, but I'm realizing or whatever that everyone's so hungry and eager to be at the front of the line and to be someone successful and to get a bag. They will do anything to stomp on people, to hate on people, to be jealous, to belittle you, to try to take your items, to try to take your giftings, to try to take, because they don't want to do the work. They care not to be healed or rich in, or they care not to dig deep into their own inner child wounds, um, to bring them substance and to move them forward and to um, elevate their vibration. Um, so I believe that God is getting ready to move me on to another task, and I don't know quite for surely or whatever, but it's so much that I need to do and that I want to do and that I want to give to the world because I got a lot of it. I come to YouTube and I basically don't be knowing where to start because I'm a bit like overwhelmed because I got so much in me that I can give out into the world that I know that people aren't. Some people may be some people that's on the same vibration that I'm on or whatever, they may have key pointers to different things or items that maybe I want to use or maybe whatever, but they still don't have the message or the items as I would have to bring forward. You get what I'm saying? Everyone have their own little individual items that need to be used and given out into the world to help raise the vibration. We're on the vibration of light and elevating. Nothing to do with downing, nothing to do with judging, nothing to do with anything like that. Myself, have dealt with, I was hearing before of some other people or whatever that, have had certain similar like type situations happen with them, just as I have. And, this channel should be open for people to heal. That's what we're here for. It shouldn't be closed off or us worrying about what no one else may be doing in um, their lane or whatever, in regarding to people um, that's being really, really legitimately used by God to help raise the vibration. Not only are you, but when we're too big headed and we don't want to face the facts, the truth, and gain clarity of a situation that's had us bound and stuck ourselves, we choose to not look at or look or pay attention to things that could be helping us as well. Not only is God or is God using his light workers, his empaths, his prophets, his people of light to help raise the vibration. You got tons and tons of demonic forces and energies being used. That's why they came and split up the dynamic of who God is and what he stands for, and how to grab a hold to the Spirit of the Holy Ghost, versus the universe, and which our ancestors of light is on the side of God, and God making the universe, and God creating the universe, and God using man-made to help make scientific methods, and to create Mars and Jupiter and the sun and the moon and all of that. God came before all of this stuff that was created. He dropped a spirit inside of a man-made being to create things of this world. People will try to come in the divine room, and they're taking God's names, their meanings and words and particular items, and placing them upon karmic situations to try to make them fit in to be the same thing as what God have created. And it's not being properly relayed. So therefore it caused a division between the two, to split up things, to make people think of things as two ways in two different items when they're all still the same. Someone just came and tried to make it announce God's particular items in a different way, so that people would split up things, and it would cause a division where people would be confused and not understand where we're going here in life. And you can't do that. You can't do it. The enemy is trying to confuse you and split up and divide things where you won't understand what is what. And that's particularly what's happening here in the Twin Flame Room on YouTube, period. People are lost. They don't know what they're really serving. They don't know who to serve. They don't know who to believe in. They just have grabbed a hold to something, whatever someone have told them, and it sounded about right, so they took it and ran with it instead of researching. Okay? So that's what we're dealing with, basically. So all of these big words and these words of light, they are within the Bible. They God dropped them inside of a man-made being that created and wrote the Bible. Quite naturally, he had to have the Spirit in him, because everything that's in that Bible is playing right now. It's being prophesied, it's being spoken of, it's being done, and people try to split it up, and it's no split, it's no in between. It's no in between. So, guys, nevertheless, I'll come back with some more of that to break it down for you guys so that you'll understand more. But we're going to dive on into the message here. What I wanted to talk to you guys about, like I say, I don't know, because I'm starting to get acquainted with some other people over here on my end. And, I need to do more spiritual light work, to help a couple of other people. It's really, and you guys be praying for her as well. I still will be coming and giving updates. I really be wanting to give updates on YouTube and put Nikki on here, because we come back from a long ways, and I've known this girl, and she called me her big sister. I've known her for a long time, and it's so traumatic and it's so hurtful. And I believe that God can help her. It's sad to be to the point to where you're so codependent. You feel so disabling, and you feel so disabled, and you feel unloved, to where you will go to the streets to receive love and get love. And, you hustle all day long just to pour out into other people, and you already need help yourself or whatever, and to the point to where it doesn't get any better for you, it just get worse. This is a girl that I know that, you know, have one thing led to another, and things haven't got better for her. It's actually got worse, but in some sense, it, you know, it's up and it's down with her. And I put her on my YouTube one day. She was the girl that's in the wheelchair. And I, you know, I have to be, you know, connected with her a lot. And, you know, when I can't find her, I write, but I've been bothered in my spirit about her. So I really wish that God, you know, you guys would pray for her as well. It's like she's going through a difficult situation, but I care not to put it on here because that will be the next best story for someone to go and make money off of it. And really, our hurts and our pains is not for people to go and create a story, a cartoon, a message, or do anything of sort and try to make money. This is not a money making game here. These are really people that are still in the slum, been in the slum, coming from the slum, and so forth. And we got people out here trying to create a storyline and use their story to come up off of it. And it's not about no money. It's about the person. You stupid, idiotic ass people that's on here on, you know, that's why people are hurting. That's why people are without. That's why people are still in poverty. That's why people are suffering. That's why people are getting ignored, belittled, betrayed, backstabbed, getting their items taken for people that got more than them, because you got carnal-minded people and you got spiritually blind people that choose to look at people that look like they're great and mighty when they're really a piece of shit. And they have stolen and taken from people that don't have as much as they have to get to where they're at right now. Of course, God is going to come do something. Of course, God allowed Satan. Satan had to come get permission to go do what he did. And when he went and got permission, he didn't do anything fulfilled God's prophecy in the Bible, because God did say it was going to be a disease that was going to kill a lot of people. So everything that's being played out right now, I've read it. God taken me to it again in the Bible, and he's taken me to it again in the Bible. And everything that is happening on this earth, you can read it. People may go and try to go around the message, not deliver it properly, or try to add on to it, or flip it, or twist it. All sorts of things. People do all sorts of things. People want to be God themselves. People don't want to be under authority of the most living high God. For some odd reason, they feel the need to take this man's place, and that's not going to happen. God will let the same devil use you, come and destroy you before you take anything from him. God is going to do that if you do that to one of his chosen ones. So be ready for it. People need to really get on the bandwagon. It's about love. It's about horoscopes. It's about all of that. All these people looking for love so bad. I am so sick. I'm going to do so sick of people doing this. I'm going to do, matter of fact, I want you to comment if you listen to this video. I want you to comment in the comment section. I want the majority of people who have been on YouTube, who have been listening to these readings, how many of you guys have came into union? You got 10 out of 100 people. So that's basically maybe 5% or 10% out of 100 of people that come into union that's been on YouTube readings, listening. A lot of it's been about you, basically. And you're catching it from everywhere. You're learning things about yourself and you're finding out what you thought to be truth or wasn't. And, and you're hitting nails on the wall to do with self and self love. And, a lot of people are being used. I mean, it's crazy that they're having to go the way about that they're having to do it to get the message across, to help people to look at their situation in a different manner or whatever. When they come here and they just be looking for love, because there are people that haven't been loving themselves properly. They're looking for love and they're looking to find love in another person, and they find out very quick that they've been on these readings and getting these messages for horoscopes and different things, and messages are being falling out in the cards to help people pertaining to their particular situation. And people are getting healed, and that's only if you want to. And some people can say, oh, tarot is this and tarot is that. When the world is shifting and moving about in the way that it is, you can't pass judgment on tarot either. Because yes, for God says it was people were gaming. It's for people that is conning and lying and cheating and stealing, and they'll do just about anything, and they're just doing tarot to get ahead, and it's only for their best good. Yes, those people, God is going to look at them too, because yes, in the way that they are doing tarot, it is wrong. But you can't take one thing that's bad away from the other. Say, for instance, you got people that go to church every day, and they've been in the church house and they still haven't changed, and their hearts are still ugly, and they're still cold-hearted people, and they refuse to change, and they haven't opened their hearts, and they go to church from sun in to sun out, and they still haven't learned anything, and they're still not raising the vibration, they're still not loving, they're still not kind, and they've been brainwashed. And some preachers, even that standing up on the pulpits, are frauds, and they're stealing from their congregations, and they're pimping out people, and they may even be having affairs in the churches or whatever. But you got people that's of the church judging people that's in the tarot room that do tarot. You can't take one situation that's not right away from the other and say, oh, because this person, she's a witch, she's this, she's that. Nowadays, you got witches in church houses. You got to look at this thing in reality here. It's so much going on that's of evil and bad in the world that needs to be cleaned up, that you pretty much can't point a finger and say too much of anything about no certain area. All you know that it's people that's linked up and clicked up, and a lot of people that feel entitled, and they got these labels that they use as their headlining for their names to sound great, big, and mighty, or whatever, to make someone look under them, or under, or lesser than them, or whatever, to the point to where you got to take the label off of the person nowadays, because that person very much so may not even be as far as you are in your spiritual work, or aligned in the proper manner of how, where God have aligned you. You done been through a lot more, you see a lot more, you know a lot more, or whatever, than this person that got this doctor or got some type of major name or title for their name, or whatever, that's probably in their spiritual growth, they're underneath a person that came from the streets. Now, God used all of us in different groups and areas. So, what I'm seeing in these rooms or whatever, that you pretty much can't look at no one and judge its book by its cover, because you don't know what you're dealing with. You could be dealing with a mass murderer that could be a preacher nowadays. You could be dealing with a child uh, uh, molester that's a doctor. You could be dealing with nowadays, you don't know what you're dealing with. So it's best that we try to make no one look above. You could be dealing with a person that's been getting away with stealing, that's crooked, that's in office, that's behind jurisdictions of the justice of the peace nowadays, that have been doing evil, bad, crooked, sickening. Could be a pervert that's molesting kids and getting away with it, and they work in these big high maintenance departments. And you would go into this place, oh, this person got this job. You would think that this person is aligned. This person could be completely of darkness that you're dealing with. I went into a place, and I'm not going to speak of no name, because I know people by their spirits. I can look at a person and tell, oh, Lord Jesus, oh, Lord Jesus, whoo, Then I'm going to come back, because I got another message that I need to deliver in regarding to the King Von situation. So you guys really want to stay tuned in to these messages. I walked into the precinct, a place of a high maintenance place, department. And it was a man in there. And it's almost like his spirit knew that I knew who he was. This man walked by me, and immediately I felt his spirit. And it wasn't good. And God began to speak to me about this person. This is a person that have the power to do a lot of things to others, and have did a lot of things to others and gotten away with it. You can look at this person's spirit, and it's starting to eat away at this person. This person is haven't been, but this person was hired to be over people, to be able to have authority. You got people in courthouses. You got people in police departments. You got people in doctor's offices. You got people in lawyer's offices. You got people in the church building. You got people in the tarot room. You got people on YouTube. You got people, and these are sick people, and they've been getting away with things for years. That's where the narcissistic triangulation comes in at. And you got people that will look at this person, oh, it's impossible for this person to be that type of person because they work in this department. No, God getting ready to strip you mother suckers. Period. Oh no. That baby, the blinders is coming off, and that mask is coming off. It's getting ready to come off, and a lot of people are going to be exposed that you wouldn't have thought of, that are working in high places, that have been getting away with being prejudiced, doing ugly stuff. God wants you to come substance. It's time to heal. He said the time is now. The time is now. No one gets away. This stuff almost makes me want to cry. My heart is so broken because I know who you are. You can't pull the wool over my eyes. I know who you are. I know what you have done. And it was horrible. But I care not to judge you because I know that there is a God. And if you would come substance, and if you would choose to change, and if you want change, and if you would surrender, and if you would change your wicked, evil ways. Because if you don't, the devil about to come and get you. The same one that used you, he's coming back for you. He's coming for you for that advance. So be ready and waiting. No one gets away. You can take whoever you want to, people from the streets, and y'all try to divide them because these people working in these high places. God getting ready to cover a lot of people that are in major businesses, that is in law firms, that's in working in the justice of the peace, working at police departments, and they're going to find out these people have been narcissistic. They've been narcissistic. People have agreed with them, have allowed them to get away with this sick mess, and they are people that have hurt other people. And these people are left with the residue of them molesting them, of them sexually assaulting them, of them abusing them, of them treating them inadequate, of them treating them unequal. It coming from high maintenance, well, I'm going to say people that are seen to be high maintenance people. They have been very ugly. And God about to wake some stuff up around here. One little simple mistake is going to expose you. You're getting sloppy with your business. God says you have gotten away a tad bit too long. That's for any of us. It's time to clean it up. All you got to do is go heal them childhood wounds and change your ways. No, people allowed you to go apply for a job. They, and gave you the job. You've been able to be crooked and do, bad stuff for years and get away with it. One simple mistake, they're going to find out who you are. Either someone's going to come and tell on you, and it's multiple people. They're going to expose you because now they're hurting, they're cracking, they're about to break. There's some of the people that's left out here on the streets doing drugs, all because of your sickening ass. When you work for people, for the justice of the peace, you work in high maintenance places or whatever, and you've ruined someone else's life that was a kid that now is grown up, that is left with the residue that's going through it. They're about to crack. They're going to tell it on your ass. Period. And it's probably multiples that you done it to. Abused, misused, raped, was prejudiced. It's black people. They're getting sick. They're tired of being scared now. Other races of people act, oh, they scare me. Oh, they did this. Oh, their voice too loud. Oh, she lifted a hand to me. Oh, black people feel the same way. Oh, they scare me. Oh, they're really scared of you guys because they know that you can use your authority and your power, and people are going to defend you of your wrongdoing and allow you to misjudge, mishandle, treat someone of another race inadequate or whatever. This stuff is God to cease. God isn't playing anymore. That's why the corona is still flourishing. He said he wanted to stop. You better get in huddles and start praying and start surrendering and telling God to forgive you for your wrongs you have done and change your wicked, evil ways. It's simple. And raise your vibration and start treating people better from your hearts. It's time to wake up, guys. God is putting a big shaking on this universe. Everyone is under judgment. Everyone is getting judged. No one is better than the other. Everyone got to come substance, or it's not going to get better for us. It's going to get worse. Just one simple mistake. Just one simple error. Just one simple thing. The devil thinks he's so clever, but he's going to be used, and he's going to use his people that he's using to fulfill the prophecy. I'm sorry, guys. It's true. Bye. If you guys don't mind, if you would like and subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. God bless.